So I just did a post where I think the beginning of Trump's kind of final showdown with the courts is imminent. He's been losing all over the place. Lost on birthright citizenship 3 times. A couple judges this week said he's got to rehire all of the probationary employees that he fired. It's like 200,000 people. Executive orders targeting law firms getting shut down. Today, a judge put a restraining order on Trump's order invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. And Trump's MAGA allies are getting pissed. They're getting pissed. And they're starting to do things like anonymously delivering pizzas to the homes of judges in Washington, D.C., letting them know we know where you live. That kind of shit. And so today, DC District Judge, Chief Judge, last name Boasberg, he shut Trump down on the Alien Enemies Act and told the assistant U.S. attorney in open court, he's like, you need to tell the president immediately, if there are planes in the air deporting people, turn them around and bring them back right now. And there's a Trump legal ally, a guy named Mike Davis, who's a fucking lunatic. He is an insane person. Fantasizes openly about ending the lives of people who oppose Donald Trump. He's an attorney. He thought Trump was going to make him attorney general. And he spoke openly for months about putting members of the media in prison. So he said an activist DC judge thinks he has the power to order the president to turn around planes deporting vicious Venezuelan gang members. When will Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Amy Coney Barrett end this extremely dangerous judicial sabotage of the presidency? The President of the United States correctly designated these gang members as a foreign terrorist organization. The president correctly put these terrorists on planes to get them the hell out of the country with no due process. None. Zero. No evidence in a court of law that these men are gang members. Yet DC Obama judge James Boasberg thinks he has the power to order the president to turn around the planes in midair and bring back these terrorists to America. They've not been determined in a court of law to be terrorists. Not that I'm a fan of gang members, but it's like, go through the fucking courts. If you're that confident, show your evidence and get a judge to agree with you, and then do your thing. This is the most dangerous constitutional crisis imaginable. Meaning a judge won't let Trump do absolutely everything that he wants to do based on no statutory authority whatsoever. I do not say this lightly. The president has a constitutional duty as the chief executive officer, commander-in-chief, to ignore Judge Boasberg's lawless and dangerous order, to ignore the order of a federal judge. Yeah. The Supreme Court must use the emergency docket to immediately stay Judge Boasberg's order. Next week, the House must impeach Judge Boasberg and defund his court. They don't have the votes in the Senate to impeach any federal judges. It's time to ignore these illegal orders. It's time to impeach these lawless judges. It's time to defund these lawless courts. Today's constitutional crisis is the direct result of John Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett's horrifying judgment less than 2 weeks ago. They've emboldened these judicial saboteurs. This is an extremely dangerous game. Another former counsel for Mitch McConnell chimed in. Judge Boasberg is probably the most well-respected mainstream judge in Washington, D.C. He's old pals with Brett Kavanaugh, and yet he's issuing orders to planes in the air to bring their gang members back. The most right-wing Texas judge wouldn't dream of this. Food for thought. Why would a Texas judge bring back gang members? I don't understand the analogy. At some point, Trump is going to order the plane to Honduras and then pardon everyone involved. I would tag the Chief Justice if I knew how to do so. because that's what's coming his way if he doesn't put a stop to this TRO madness. It's we are this close. We are this close to Donald Trump's allies threatening to murder federal judges and threatening to kill Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Amy Coney Barrett because they voted with the three liberals on a case a couple of weeks ago. We're this close. We're this close. We're this close to Donald Trump sitting in the dining room off the Oval Office watching TV as people, his supporters, chant through Washington, D.C. saying, "Hang John Roberts, hang Amy Coney Barrett." We're this fucking close, guys. We are this fucking close.